I'm going to go ahead and use this time to start talking about what I think of the game and the end of it and all, so that way I don't have to spend that much time. If there even are any credits or anything like that, I won't have to spend as much time during that. We can kind of just glide through that and be done. So, yeah. This game, I would give a rating of, like, 5 out of 10. Maybe 6 out of 10. Nah, I don't think it's worth a 6 out of 10. I think a 5 out of 10, which, means it's an okay game. It's, like, worth playing if you want to play Digimon. But obviously, it's not, like... I don't know. I would say if you ever give a game, like, a 9 or a 10 out of 10, then that means you just think, like, you should play this game. Like, you should take time to play this. It's that good. And obviously, that doesn't always carry over. Like, some people would think games are 9 out of 10s and other people won't. Like, I think Hacker's Memory is definitely, like, either a 9 or a 10 out of 10. For me, it's probably a 10 out of 10. But if you don't like turn-based RPGs or you don't like Digimon, then you would obviously think differently. But, and then any game that's like a 6 to an 8 is like a, if you look at it and you think you'd like it, you should definitely do it, because I enjoyed it a lot. Then if you got a game that's like, I don't know, a 4 or a 5, it's like, the game is playable, it's not garbage, but I wouldn't really say to go out of your way to play it. And that's where I think this game falls. And if you say a game is like a 1 to a 3, then you're basically saying, like, I didn't like playing it, and you shouldn't take your time to play it. That's how I see the rating system for 1 to 10, personally. So, yeah. I'd give this game a 5. It's okay. If you don't like Digimon, I'd say don't even bother. It's not worth playing. But, if you like Digimon, it's, you know, combat system is alright. Good turn-based. It's definitely got a lot of issues, though. First of all, the amount of backtracking in this game is insane, especially when you have encounters like these that you can't avoid. You just run into them, and then you either have to fight or run, and it sucks. I hate it. So it's, very tedious in that respect, and it gets really boring running back and forth. The second half of the game, which is the Amaterasu server, is literally just the first half of the game with, like, different coloring. They just mirrored the servers. Which, I mean, it makes sense from a perspective of, like, you know, it's a digital world, and you have one server, and then you just copy that server and make some minimal changes to have a secondary server. It makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. But it's still, like, you know, they wanted the game to be twice as long, so instead of making a second area, they were just like, let's just copy the first area, which is, you know, fairly lazy, game design-wise. But, I mean, it works, so I don't really mind that very much. That's not a big deal, but I just wanted to point it out. Running into Digimon and having no way to avoid them, and then either having to fight or run, can get really tedious after a while, especially when you run into scenarios like this, where you step into a new room, and then 1 or 2 steps later, you're immediately in a fight. Especially when you don't want to be in a fight, like I don't want to be in a fight right now. I just want to get to Asuka City and finish this playthrough within the next 5 minutes. But, that is really tedious and boring. The level jumps and the level grinding in this game are terrible. Absolutely awful. I kid you not, I might have just quit playing this game if it weren't for the fact that I'm on an emulator and I can speed up the process. Because, like, I'm playing this on the EPS-XE emulator. Are you kidding me? Screw off, game. This is another very good example. Why am I not able to just run from this Numamon? Like, get lost. But, the level grinding in this game is terrible. You do not get the experience adapter until very well near the end of the game. And you have to already have gotten really high in levels to be able to pull off getting it. And also, again, these stupid Digimon. Oh my word, stop. Just let me walk out of the area. This is asinine. I have other things to be doing. Like rendering out these videos and uploading them. But, level grinding is terrible in this game, and if I was not able to use the EPS-XE to turn off the frame limit so that the game would run at, like, 10 times the normal speed or however fast it goes, I probably would just not play the game. I wouldn't level grind. I cannot imagine playing this when I was younger and having to level grind manually on like a normal PlayStation where you could not speed up the process. Someone told me that you can kind of cheat the system by, if you can just set up your controller near a fishing spot and get the X button to press repeatedly somehow, then, or maybe just, maybe you only have to hold the X button instead of, get it where it's pressing, which that would be easy, you know, just put like a small weight on it or something, if you don't mind doing that to your controller. I need to go right here. But, I did that with, one of the Birth by Sleep games has an ability called Experience Walker. There are multiple versions of Birth by Sleep, and I think they took it out in one of them, but I can't remember. Where if you, you could, like, set the control sticks, like, put a rubber band around them and have them pointed towards each other, and your character would just walk in a circle aimlessly and get 1 experience for every step. So you could, like, just leave the game running for, like, a day or 2, and then you'd be at level 99. So I have done something similar to that before. But, that's, like, still, even then, you gotta leave the game running for a while, and then you might over-level to the point where the game is just like a breeze and you don't even care to play anymore, or you might still not level up enough, and you're like, I want to play my PlayStation, but I have to leave my PlayStation running with my controller's X button clicked down for, the next 15 hours to be able to get enough experience. And that's just terrible. And then you also run into the problem of, like, you've got the Digivolutions that, like, you have to switch to a different one every now and then so that you can keep moving to new megas and stuff, so you'd have to keep attention on it pretty often, so you can't really set it and forget it necessarily. And the level grinding in this is just terrible. The experience system is also terrible, because I do not like or agree with the fact that Kumamon, they're like, if they had like 3 levels, I think I talked about this before, how I would be okay with it. If there is like this like 3 groups, one Digimon group is like, it's got like 3 of them. There are what, 10 Digimon in this game? One Digimon group, there are 3 of them, and it would be like these 3 Digimon. It would probably be Guilmon, Renamon, and Monmon, I think, are the lowest. These 3 Digimon all level up at the same rate, and they level up the fastest. Then you've got a middle group that has 4 Digimon in it, and it would be like these Digimon all level up at a moderate rate. Takes a little bit longer, but not that much. Maybe only like a 2,000 point difference from the lower ones. And then you've got Kumamon's line and like 2 others, the 3 top ones, that are like, these ones take the longest. They take like 5,000 more experience to level up than the lowest level does. So 3,000 more than the mid-level. That wouldn't be so bad. Instead, Kumamon, just like, look at Kumamon's experience right now. Kumamon, I think, has like 3,000 or 30,000 more experience than Lancelot, but is still lower level than him. Significantly. Alright, 222,000 compared to... how do you say it? 190,000. 190,000. 30,000 point difference. Lancelot is 4 levels ahead of Ursa. That is way too much of a difference. It is ridiculously bad. Especially when you've got a level grind, because the level grinding in this game is so terrible. Even when you have the experience adapter, the level grinding still takes a lot of time. And I hate it. So, and you don't get the experience adapter until like the end of the game, like I said. So even then, it's still terrible. I assume all I need to do is go in here and I'm done, by the way? Can I, like, leave? Did you hear the AOA was defeated? Thank goodness now we can go home. Yeah, can I just, like... How do I end the game? This is unfortunate. I don't know how to end the game. Is there not, like, a final cutscene or credits or anything? Megami is now hiring people. I need to go and apply. Welcome, I'll explain the basic. No, I don't, no. Welcome you can now look at hints on how to play the game. This type of data will be displayed on your... No. How do I end the game? Is the game just over? Do I not have to do anything? Oh, go to the Oscar City Game Master Room. Thank you, commenter. I appreciate you. What's your name? Speechless Wolf. Thank you. I know you've given a lot of tips on stuff and guiding me throughout this entire playthrough. Maybe not the entire playthrough, but at least a good portion of it. I remember seeing your comments quite a bit, so thank you a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm like 10 minutes over an hour. I really need to stop. I don't want to make this into a 4th video. I just want it to be a long 3rd video. But anyways, yeah, those are my main grievances with the game. The level up system in this game also is pretty good. I like it, where you unlock certain Digivolutions and get other ones, but sometimes they just take way too long. Because, like, having to get a bunch of Digimon to, like, getting to level 99 to unlock a Mega, that I then have to get the Mega to level 40 or level 99 to unlock another one, takes way too long. It just takes way, way, way too long, and I don't like it. Asuka's Game Master was sending Vemmon somewhere. Maybe there's some clue. Let's go in further. Wait a minute. Do I still have, like, another fight or something to do? Maybe this will be a 4th video, then. I thought that this was just going to be the end. What? Why is Oinkmon an Asuka server? Oh, what the heck? Okay. Well, I'm just going to go in here then, I guess. Okay, let's go on ahead. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, those are my main grievances with the game. The amount of backtracking is ridiculous, going back and forth, and it does really feel like they just did it to, they made it where you have to backtrack so much and they give you so little direction just to make the game last longer, which I don't like. The Matrix system should be around here, but I don't know how to get the system to work. But Game Master sent Vemmon from here. Oh, what the heck? There's a lot of them. Okay, goodbye. Why is Vemmon here? Can it be? Well, I gotta follow it. Do I still have, like, a significant amount of game left? I thought that I was done after I beat, what's-his-face. Oh, now the music is bad again, Rip. No one told me about this. Looks like there might be 4 or 5 videos then in that case. I'm gonna keep recording until I'm done with this game. Where did they go? Are they going to the, like, exit the login room to, like, go to the real world or something? Oh my goodness, everyone is Oinkmon. Are they in here? They are not in here, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Where the heck are they? Oh my word. I hate this. I just wanted to be done with this video game. It's also not gonna look too good when I gave my final review in a game that, or in a video that was not the final video like I wanted. But I thought all I had to do was go to Asuka and I'd be done with the game. I have no idea where these Vemmon went. Like, where am I supposed to be looking right now? You can run into wild Digimon down here, so I really hope they're not down there because I don't want to go through there. I think you can run into a wild Digimon down there at least. Where the heck would they have gone? I'm about to Google it. I'm not dealing with this. Go through there. Let's see here. Digimon World 3, where are Vemmon? Please don't autocorrect to Vemmon, thank you. Here we go. Message board about it. I'm not seeing what I need here. Back in the master room. Go outside and check the city. I have to go back to Amaterasu City? I'm livid, man. You've got to be kidding me. I've got to run all the way back there? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is ridiculous. Not only does it not give me any indication that Amaterasu City is where I'm supposed to be going, but also just the fact that it's making me go back to Amaterasu again. It's absolutely asinine, man. There is too much backtracking in this game. Especially with how the Digimon spawn in it. Holy cow. Here I thought it was friggin' done. I'm not stopping this recording until I'm done with this playthrough. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think I'm going to go over an hour and a half. And I don't say that because I think I'm gonna be done with the game in the next, an hour and a half would be about 15 minutes from now. I'm not saying that because I think I'm gonna be done with the game in the next 15 minutes. I'm saying that because I'm not gonna want to record anymore 15 minutes from now. And I'm not gonna boot this game back up ever again. So, You're pretty smart people watching this, I assume. I think you can figure out what I'm implying with that. But this is literally, like, prime example of what is worst in this game, is this amount of backtracking. This amount of backtracking with little to no, like, directioning. I'm gonna stop any commenters right now who are gonna say, like, oh, what, you want the game to just tell you what to do all the time? You don't want to have to look around or anything? Yeah. If I want to look around and explore, I assure you, I'll do it myself. If all I want to do is, like, play through the main story and continue it, then I want something to at least give me an idea of where to go to do that. They don't have to put a thing up on the top of the screen that says, hey, next stop, Amaterasu City. They gotta give me some kind of a, it's gotta be like, you know, as the Vemmon are leaving, it's gotta be like, oh, they're heading to Amaterasu or something. Like, have them say it or something. I don't know. But there's gotta be some kind of directioning. You can't just leave, especially in a game like this where there's so much backtracking and wandering around and it gets really boring really fast. You gotta have some kind of something that tells you, like, hey, if you want to continue the story, you just go here next. That's all you gotta do. So you can explore the world if you want to, but whenever you want to, like, continue the main story and progress in the game, just head over in that direction. I hate it, man. I hate not making progress in video games. So when a game like this comes along that is just, like, does not give you any indication of the progress or anything and leads to, like, anywhere from 5 minutes to half an hour of just wandering around, not really accomplishing anything substantial. It's one of my least favorite things to happen in video games. I actually just despise it. Yeah, it is. I think what's going to happen here is it's going to be 4 videos today. The 4th video is going to be half an hour long. Which means we got about 10 more minutes. I'm not recording any longer than that. If I'm done with the game by then, great. If I'm not, oh well. If the game wanted me to finish its main story, then it should not have put literally like 20 to 30 minutes of backtracking between Asuka City and Amaterasu City at the end of it. How hard would it have been to just, like, include some kind of a teleporter or something in each of the main cities that would transport you to the other main cities? Even if they didn't have it set up to where it could go, like, even if it wouldn't let me go from an Asuka server city to an Amaterasu server city, that I wouldn't even mind. If it was just like, hey, here's this little teleport platform in Asuka City. It teleports you to Genbu City, Byakko City, Seiryu City, and, what's the other one called? I've forgotten the name of the 4th one. It's the southern one, but you know what I'm talking about. You can transport to any of those only after you go to that city, only if you have the chief badge. There you go. If you have the chief badge, you can transport to it. For Byakko City, you'd have to, wait a minute, take the secret path. I almost forgot what I was doing. In Byakko City, they've, like, got it disabled until after you chase out the AOA, because obviously you wouldn't want to, you get the chief's badge before you chase out the AOA. So that would be fair. But give you that ability, and then you could transport from any of the Asuka cities to the southern one, which I really cannot, the name just escapes me right now. You can transport there, and then you can go through Bug Maze, and you can really easy get to Amaterasu or Quinlong City, and then you can teleport among any of those with the ID passes that you get from the chiefs. That's literally, you just do that, and you take out one of the biggest issues of this game, which is backtracking repeatedly. Oh my word, someone kill me. This is ridiculous. Screw off random encounters. But the amount of backtracking in this game, like, I cannot imagine that they did it for any other reason than for the fact that they were like, we have to be able to tell people that the runtime of this game is like 20 hours. We have people who are looking to buy this game, we have to tell them, like, if you focus on just beating the game, you'll still get to play for 20 hours and beat it. But they did it in the worst way possible. Because 5 to 10 of those hours are spent just wandering aimlessly and being bored. Not not like how games normally are today, where, like, Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game coming out that I talked about before, the developers said that if you focus only on the main story and ignore, or mostly ignore side quests and stuff, you still get 20 hours of gameplay. I guarantee you that those 20 hours of gameplay are not just wandering aimlessly around in New York City as Spider-Man. I would bet, like, a fairly sufficient, or, like, a fairly, worthwhile sum of money that, the 20 hours of gameplay are all, like, different combats against bosses and new areas to sneak through as Spider-Man, and, maybe a little bit of web-slinging through New York, which, probably would be a lot more enjoyable web-slinging through New York than just walking through the same area of this game 7 times in a row. It really is just, like, bad. Something else I didn't complain about that I really don't like with this game is when you run into invisible stuff, like the invisible ladder, and then that stupid maze where you've got all of the... At the very start of the game, no less, you've just got a bunch of trees over top on the, like, the foreground of the screen. So you actually just cannot see where you're walking. I hate it. It's absolutely just infuriatingly annoying. Because it's not really difficult in any way. You're still gonna get through the maze. It's not hard. It's just gonna take a while because you can't see where to step. So you just have to, like, hit the control stick rather mindlessly and hope, like, eventually, after a little while, I'm gonna get through the way I'm supposed to be walking. And it's terrible. I hate it. But whatever. That one's more of a minor thing because it only showed up, like, once or twice. Please stop with these encounters. It's like the game actually just does not want me to finish it. Oh my word.